What's up, guys? This is Mr. Johnson coming to you guys with a video discussing United States Constitution amendments. Today, we're going to talk about Section 2, guaranteeing other rights. So, the first amendment we're going to talk about is the 11th Amendment. The 11th Amendment means that the judicial power of the United States shall not be constructed to extend to any suit or law or equity one of the United States citizens against another state. So, this law basically means that you cannot sue a state that you do not reside in. The 12th Amendment that states that each elector must cast distinct votes for president and vice president instead of two votes for presidents. So with this way, you vote for the president who has a vice president running mate instead of you voting for one president and then you vote for another president. This allows for the presidents to run for office with a running mate. Instead of you voting for vice president separately, you vote for the president who has selected his vice president. Amendments extend civil rights. So civil rights is the rights guaranteed to all U.S. citizens. So the first amendment that has to do with civil rights is the 13th Amendment, which states that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude extend as the punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duty convinced shall exist within the United States or any place subject to jurisdiction. So this law basically means that there is an end to slavery. The 14th Amendment. All persons born or naturalized in the United States subject to the jurisdiction, therefore, are citizens of the United States that they reside in. The 15th Amendment. These deal with the voting rights. The 15th Amendment. The rights of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. The 17th Amendment. The Senate of the United States shall be composed of 2 senators from each state elected by the people every 6 years, and each senator shall have 1 vote. So this amendment basically curated the idea of electing senators to 6-year terms and how they would be represented. The 19th Amendment is the rights of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state on account of sex. So the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. Amendments extending voting rights part 2. So one of the concepts from voting rights that we need to understand is the poll tax. The poll tax is a tax a person had to pay in order to register to vote. The 23rd Amendment extends the rights to vote in presidential elections to citizens residing in Washington, D.C., which is the capital of the United States. The 24th Amendment, the rights of citizens of the United States to vote in a primary or an other election for president or vice president, for electors of president or vice president, or for senators or representatives of Congress, shall not be denied by the United States or any state by reason of failure to pay any poll tax or other tax. So the 24th Amendment gives the right to all American citizens to vote for president, vice president, as well as senators and representatives in Congress. The 26th Amendment is the right of citizens of the United States who are 18 years or older the ability to vote in any election that they are allowed to. The 16th Amendment. The 16th Amendment states that Congress shall have the power to lay out and collect taxes on income from whatever source derived without apportions among several states and without regard to any census or enumeration. So this amendment basically means that the Congress has the right to change taxes as well as collect taxes. The 18th Amendment. The 18th Amendment established the prohibition of alcohol in the United States. The 20th Amendment. The 20th Amendment sets forth the terms for the president and the vice president shall end at noon on the 20th day of January, and the terms of the senators and representatives of the House at noon on the 3rd day of January. The 21st Amendment. The 21st Amendment brings an end to the national prohibition era in the United States of America. This reverses the 18th Amendment, which was the beginning of prohibition in the United States. So the 22nd Amendment, no person shall be elected to the office of president no more than twice. No person who has held the office of president or acted as president more than 2 years of a term which some person was elected, which means that you're only allowed to be president for 2 consecutive terms. Well, you're only allowed to be president for 2 terms total. This was an amendment that was added after the FDR presidency, where President Roosevelt served 4 terms.